Let's take a look at a really cool way to use different stomp boxes, amp models, and effects inside Loopy Pro to create some really awesome guitar rigs. Let's get into it. So those of you that have used Loopy Pro in the past, you know that there's a few different options when it comes to running guitar rigs. We can create a bunch of different effects on the channel that we are using. And if you're looking for an all-in-one solution, then this is really cool because you've got your typical chain. You can go through, add your amp models, cabs, effects. It's really a good plugin. And if you want simplicity, it's probably the best option for you right now. But, however, with the recently updated Loopy Pro to version 2, you can now send one bus into another, meaning the routing options inside of the mixer change what's available for us out there. Now, one thing I'm experimenting with at the moment is the idea of still having that flexibility to choose different amp models from different manufacturers or plugin makers and different stomp boxes, different reverbs, like the reverbs and delays from Eventide I really like. So I'm thinking of this a bit like a typical pedal board you might have with like a MIDI switcher so that we can turn on our different stomp boxes in that way. It might be a little bit complicated to get your head around, but follow along with me and you should get the gist. Basically, I've got my guitar signal coming in to channel 3 here, where it says guitar C. And if you take a look at destinations, it's currently not going to any output channels. Now, this is on purpose because on the send, I have got it going to what I've called my overdrive bus, this bus over here. And I've got that send all the way up. So all of my guitar signal is going straight over into the overdrive bus. Now, on the overdrive side of things, we've got 3 different plugins, all from Membrini Audio. We have what's called the Big Stuff, which is modeled on a big muff, a nice fuzz. Then you've got your Tube Screamer, and we have a nice clon as well. Once the guitar signal has gone down through this bus and it's gone through one of these plugins, or no plugin if you choose to bypass it, I'll show you more on this later, the output of that bus then goes into my amp section across here. So you'll also notice that this bus channel does not go to the output because we don't want it doubling up when we're playing. So unfortunately, I have messed up my recording settings here. When recording the session, I have doubled my output. So I've got this weird warping, phasing kind of sound. So you're not going to be able to really listen to the guitar tones and appreciate them in any way. They sound pretty funky. But this concept remains the same. You can still try and apply what you're learning here. But don't listen to these tones and think, man, they are awful, because they do sound pretty awful. They actually sound quite nice in real life, but you'll have to just take my word on that. Anyway, back to the video we're playing. So now this goes over into my amp chain, and I've got 3 different amps here, all from Membrini Audio. Again, this is a double reverb. You've got an overdrive special and the jazz chorus. Once we've selected what amp head we want to go through and cab, it will go into the final bus, and this is where I've just got a reverb. Now, I've only set up 3 lanes here. You can set up as many as you want, but I'm just experimenting with this idea. Not sure if I'll completely go through with it at this stage, but it has definitely given me some really cool tones, which I'll show you in a minute. So once I've rigged this all up inside my main canvas here, you can see I've got the drive, amp and reverb on these widgets, and I've got it configured so that when I select one of the units, it will disable the others. So for example, on this drive section, if I select Tube Screamer, if we go back into the mixer and have a look, the Tube Screamer here is highlighted, meaning that it's enabled, and the other 2 are disabled. If I was to go to the clon and go back in and have a look, you should see now that the clon is highlighted and the other 2 are blanked out. This just means there's only ever one running at a time. So currently we've got the double reverb amp selected, the drive is bypassed, and the reverb is bypassed. So we've got a pretty plain, clean sound going on. If we want to add some reverb, I could bring in the spring reverb. Or I could have a shimmer. And I could put a clon on that as well. Let's say I don't like that shimmer reverb, then of course I can change that to maybe the black hole. You get the idea. I can change amp, so I could go to the overdrive special. So you can quickly come up with some amazing combinations, just like you would with a pedal board. If you've got some of your favorite overdrives and a couple of your favorite reverbs, sometimes that's a little bit nicer than having millions and millions and millions of presets, because you can end up tweaking too much and never really deciding on things. So I like the idea of having a couple of reverbs that I really like, maybe a shimmer, maybe a spring reverb, that kind of thing. A few amps that I really like, and then maybe just a few little boosts. I don't need too much. I might bring in a special effect every now and then, but I don't want 4,000 presets. That does my head in. I like to have a few sounds that give me typically my clean crunch and then some lead tones. So I'm experimenting with this at the moment. It is a bit fiddly. There's some things in Loopy Pro I wish it had. I wish you could save channel strips and then just recall them like you could, say, in Logic Pro or something like that. But there's probably some limitations to that when it comes to loading and things not glitching. So for now, I'm messing around with some different concepts and different ideas. So let me know in the comments what you think, see if you've come up with something similar. But we've got these different sounds going on right now. But as it stands, I've got these 3 different dials. I can choose my drive, I can choose my amp, and I can choose my reverb. Now, to take this one step further and now turn it into presets, because you want to on the fly be able to change things, what you can then do is I've got these 3 different preset buttons down here, and what they're going to do is trigger different selections here. So I'll just show you one example on this preset 1. So when I select preset 1, it's going to go to our drive section, and then you can see the different options here, and I've chosen to select the clon from our widget. I've then done the same thing on the amplifier, and it's selecting the double reverb. And then at the same time is selecting what reverb I want, which is in this case the spring. So this means if I jumble all this up a moment, so at the moment we've got Tube Screamer, Overdrive Special and Black Hole, but if I then press preset 1, it will then go through and select all of the things that we mentioned a moment ago. So I've now got a clon going into a double reverb and then into the spring reverb. We've then got this clean, slightly on the edge of breakup tone, which is quite nice for a simple part, right? And for preset 2, just to demonstrate, I've chosen a big muff into a jazz chorus and then the Eventide Black Hole. Not my favorite tone in the world, but it's just to give you a demonstration of what's available. And of course, I could go into the Big Muff itself and start messing with those settings if I want to have a little tweak around, and then that will stay true through all of my presets. Again, this kind of emulates what a pedal board with individual pedals would do in a way, with like a MIDI switcher. And then for preset 3, what have we got? We've got a clon, overdrive special into a shimmer. It's kind of for my lead tone. I quite like this. It's got kind of a throaty characteristic to it. I'm just playing with this overdrive special. I haven't had much time with it yet. So that's where I've got to at the moment. I've got these different lanes of sounds. I've got a few different presets, which I can easily rig up to like a foot switch and then just go preset 1, 2, and 3, or however you want to do this. And I think it's an interesting way that I might start using guitar effects inside Loopy Pro. But do let me know what your favorite solution is so far. I still think maybe the Tone Stack Pro kind of route is the safest and easiest and most typical as to what you're used to. But if you're willing to kind of program a little bit and have a little muck around, you can also think of some different ways of doing it. I've certainly been looking at this idea of using multiple buses, multiple lanes, because that's kind of like what you get on the Line 6 Helix stuff. You will get your different blocks and you'll have your modulation going into your amp, etc., etc. Of course, you can easily switch things way easier than you can doing it the way that I'm talking about here. But I thought this was quite interesting and might be interesting to you. I'm going to have a little jam. Let's put some preset 1 and preset 3 onto a loop and then just have a little muck around. Hopefully this was useful. Please like and subscribe and all the usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.